Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 530 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Russ.
And I'm Jeanelle Slade. Tonight's the night. It is time to rock on in the fight against cancer.
The rock on theme behind tonight's Relay for Life, filled with fun, food, friendship, and even fireworks, along with many moments to remember those we've lost to cancer and honor our survivors still in the fight today.
A year of planning, preparing, and pouring in thousands of volunteer hours. The Yellowstone Relay for Life tonight will play out on the West High Track and Field right here in Billings.
Q2's Samantha Sullivan is standing by live to begin our coverage tonight. Sammy?
Well, Russ and Jeanelle, as you know, this event means so much to so many different people in our community, and that is no different for Wes and Lori Carahasson. They've been coming out to this event since 1997. I had a chance to sit down with them and speak to them about why this relay means so much to their family.
Well, our involvement with the Relay for Life started as a result of Lori being an oncology nurse at the Cancer Center.
As a nurse at the St. Vincent Cancer Centers of Montana, Lori Carahasson has always been a part of Relay for Life. For this family, it was a time to show support for patients and friends in the community facing the difficult road of cancer treatment and recovery.
It's such a beautiful experience of our community coming together. Their courage, their dignity is really inspiring for all of us.
Wes remembers watching the emotional survivor's lap year after year.
In watching them, it was inspiring. When I looked at their faces, there was hope in their faces.
But Relay for Life would soon take on a new meaning for Wes and his family.
Little did I know I was going to be a participant in the survivor lap. In 2003, I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It was a rare form of lymphoma.
The cancer was a tumor below his right eye. After treatment, Wes went into remission, but in 2006, the cancer came back. Now, thankfully, after another round of treatment, Wes was cancer-free and has been ever since.
Found myself in remission and participating in the survivor lap. And it was a whole new meaning for me. I started thinking about how I watched people, survivors, and I'm thinking now that I'm being looked at as a survivor, and I was really grateful for that. And since then, I've been blessed with 11 grandchildren, and that's what makes it exciting for me to say, you're a survivor.
And this year is extra special as all of their kids and grandkids will be there to watch Papa walk and to celebrate his recovery.
Is also known as Brian Brown of First Interstate Bank, who is this year's Relays chair. And of course, don't forget.
Now, this year will be the first year that the entire family will be here together. That's all 3 of their kids and their spouses, all 11 grandkids, and even Wes's mom, who traveled all the way to Billings from Hawaii to be here tonight to watch Wes walk in that survivor's lap. So it should be a very cool night for that family. And right now, Q2's Bob McGuire is joining us. Bob, you're a survivor yourself. This is always a fun event, and it's already kind of starting to warm up out here.
Well, it warms up every year about this time, I tell you. We're having a lot of sunny skies, but don't worry, we got some showers moving in. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But right now, with me right now is Dr. Chris Goulet. Chris Goulet is with the Billings Clinic. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
It's nice to see you. I'm doing great here. I'm alive because I'm a cancer survivor, yes. Now, you've been with Billings Clinic for how long?
13 years.
13 years, and you're an oncologist there, right?
I am.
So now, I went through this thing about 14 years ago, and we had some incredible new advances then. How have we progressed in the last 14 years?
So we're always working on things, always trying to learn new things, do research, and immunotherapy is one of the big things that we've advanced over the last few years. It's been able to control some of the diseases for a lot longer period of time than we previously had. And what I do with the radiation treatments probably made a bigger focus on some of the very focused radiation that we can do, which works well in concert with the immunotherapy.
Excellent. So now I'm just curious about this. You guys, since we've been doing this, we are getting a lot more survivors. How are we doing in that department?
We're still working on it. Wish we were doing better than we are, but we are making advances every day.
So that is great news. More survivors, and boy, I tell you what, we're going to see them here around the track here later tonight as we do the survivor walk. It's always a good time to be here. Anyway, that's the way things are shaping up. We do have some showers and thunderstorms trying to move into the area. Looks like they'll hold off for a little while longer. Anyway, let's go back inside with Jeanelle. And Jeanelle, that's the way things are shaping up from here.
All right, Q2's Bob McGuire live tonight from the 2019 Yellowstone Relay for Life.
And as we mentioned, this event and all of the fundraising and donations that go into it are really a year-long endeavor.
Just one of many fundraisers that area schools take part in is Relay Recess. Q2's Jenny Fick sat down with a young lady who played a special part in this year's recess.
Meet Riley. Her favorite color is pink, and she is a cancer survivor. At age 3, doctors discovered a tumor on her spinal cord. In the process of having it removed, Riley became a quadriplegic.
She went from a feisty 3-year-old to all of a sudden she was bedridden and had a spinal cord tumor, and we never knew what was going to happen. One morning the doctor said she'd probably never move her hands again. By that afternoon she was wiggling a finger. You know, your child, you love them unconditionally, but when you see the struggles that they have to go to, your heart just like explodes with love and everything for your child.
Riley is now a sassy first grader at Huntley Project.
I mean, she's just a fighter and she's so strong, and she's feisty as ever.
Riley will not get to be on the track at Relay.
When it's too hot outside, she has trouble regulating to cool down, but it was great that we were able to do the relay for recess.
The Relay Recess lets students and teachers honor cancer survivors and fighters in their own big way. Shepherd and Huntley engage in some friendly competition of fundraising for the relay called the Battle of the Bridge.
They battle it out to see who can raise the most funds for cancer research, but also focusing on education for students.
Riley loved doing the survivor walk, and I think they did 20 minutes of laps around the gym and whatnot, and then they released the balloons. That was her favorite part, to watch how the balloons go. They had popsicles and snacks and tattoos.
Riley's classmates rallied around her.
Kids never stare. I mean, we've had issues, I guess, with adults doing it. Kids will just go up to her and be like, "Oh, why are you in your wheelchair?" And she'll answer them that my wheels are my legs. I'm like, "Oh, okay, hey, you want to come do this?" It's great to see like that, just the kids all coming together and just being kids.
Riley may not get to physically attend the relay, but she will be in the hearts of many on the track, and will have a luminaria with her name on it there.
And the luminaria ceremony is absolutely gorgeous because it's twilight. Relay for Life really does give hope, so when we light those luminarias, it's something truly special. It gives you hope for the future, hope for a cure, and that's really the reason we're there.
A day to honor, a day to remember, and a day to keep up the fight.
Maybe we can light a fire in them too. Riley's got a fire in her, her mom's got a fire in her, I've got a fire in me, and if we can have more people help light the world and help us cure cancer, I mean, it makes everything worth it. Every hour, every day, all the things leading up to Relay, for in that moment, it's worth it.
In Billings, Jenny Fick, MTN News.
All right, thanks, Jenny.
And Jenny tells us in the future, Riley plans to use her Make-A-Wish to visit the Disney princesses.
That's perfect. Now, the winner of the Battle of the Bridge will be announced by the creators of Relay Recess and this year's Grand Marshals tonight at 8:30.
All right, time now to head back out live to the Yellowstone Relay for Life 2019, where tonight thousands will show their support in the fight against cancer.
Now, joining the rest of our crew out on the West High track tonight, Q2's Zoe Zandora is standing by to tell us more about rocking on in this fight against cancer. Zoe.
Yeah, Brian Brown is the chairman of this year's Relay for Life, and as you can see, Rock On is the theme. And can you tell us why that's the theme this year?
Well, it's Relay Like a Rock Star, and we came up with that because it's a celebration tonight. It's not only a celebration for those survivors that have went through cancer and beat it, but also even celebrating those that have lost their battle with cancer, celebrating their lives. I mean, it's a solemn thing that we do with the luminaries, but we're still celebrating their lives. So it's all about the community coming together and celebrating like rock stars.
Absolutely, I love that. And you know, it is such a big event in the community. How long have you been involved with the relay?
I'm the market president for First Interstate, so I've been with First Interstate team for over 15 years, that we come together every year, bring 50 or 60 people together. So I've been with that team supporting Relay for 15 plus years, and the last 3 years I've been involved at more of the steering committee level in the county, so almost 20 years.
Nice, that's great. And this year it's going to expected to be pretty well, right? How much money do you think are expected to raise?
Our goal is $500,000, $500,000. Last night we had a tally and we were at $490,000. and that doesn't include all the stuff that's going on here tonight with, so we will, I can almost guarantee we're going to break our $500,000 goal.
All right, well, that's fantastic. And today things are just starting to kick off, and it's an evening full of events. Russ and Jeanelle, you want to tell us about those?
All right, we will. Thank you, Zoe and Brian.
Well, all the food vendors, inflatables, face painting, and even a special dunk tank featuring our own Ed McIntosh are in full swing right now out at the West High track.
Also, the Survivor Dinner is going on now inside the West High Gym. Tonight at 7, Jeanelle and I will help kick off the opening ceremonies. And of course, all our survivors will take to the track for the amazing Survivors Lap and group photo.
Now, the night will be filled with good music, great prizes, and of course, the beautiful Luminaria ceremony. Fireworks are set to go off at 11:45 tonight and closing ceremonies at 12:45 a.m.
Well, there's more news from across our state on the MTN 9 o'clock news. Here's a look ahead.
I'm Andrea Lutz. The Butte Folk Festival kicks off another year tonight, and we're taking you there and introducing you to some musicians who are a little bit new to Montana. That story tonight on the MTN 9 o'clock news on the CW.
But first, right here on your Q2 530 news, we check in on the latest from Bozeman after a former MSU employee made threats shutting down campus yesterday.
And in sports, Montana bull rider Parker Bredding, number 3 in the world, likely done for the season. Scott will show us why.
You're watching MTN News with Jeanelle Slade and Russ Riesinger. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Breen. This is the 530 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.